Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yeah. So basically we have what I like to call people who cause confusion. And what I mean by people who cause confusion, this has happened plenty of times during the civil rights era, during different times where there's people that's thrown in the mix to cause confusion and to basically to deter what the public is saying, or what the public is, what the public is steering them in the right direction, so then they can basically spread like wildfire and get all the other people involved with it, and get all the other people like, oh man, that's cool, I'm finna ride with that. And things like that. My thing is this: if you did not see the way that CP3 did Malikaandrews, you need to go pull it up on YouTube right now and look at it. People are saying, oh, he was smiling at the end. If you can't feel the ignorance coming from CP3, then sir, you're not a people person. And if you have a girlfriend, she's probably cheating on you right now because you're not feeling it or seeing the signs. You're not. You're not seeing the signs. You're not reading body language. His body language was as if he didn't want to be bothered. Malika was sounding all professional, nice, and, getting her points across. And then all of a sudden, you got this, what I like to call beach ass nooker in CP3, who nobody ever liked. Nobody likes him. That's why I told y'all Beverly should have punched that nigga the fuck out. And the rest of y'all just was like, man, why he would do that and stuff, man. Fuck that. I know CP3, LB from LB, not from Carolina, but he stays there. LB will even tell you that he's a scumbag, that everybody wanted to beat his ass in high school. He's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. He did that to that girl, and the reason I'm talking about it again is because I went back and saw the video again. And you have people who are in the comment sections trying to say this era is too sensitive. Go watch an interview he has with Rachel Nichols after the game, and then watch him with her. You will see the big difference in body language, facial expressions, the tone of the voice. And he was real short with her. CP3 has never been short with any sideline reporter. But that time he wanted to be short with her. You know what happened. We know that your buddy LeBrownies basically said, hey man, you gotta make her look bad, CP. We gotta fight for Rachel Nichols. So you gonna fight for the white girl, but you ain't fighting for the black woman. Now I see why a lot of black women start dating outside their race, because you niggas is weak, dog. You niggas is fake. You niggas ain't real at all. Y'all don't support none of the sisters, man, at all. I ain't seen. And then you got this fat boy coon. I'm not even mentioning his name because the dude's irrelevant. You can tell by the people that's watching this show, nobody really fucking with him. You're gonna call Maria Taylor weak. What way did she show weak? Why aren't you going off on Rachel Nichols? Oh, I know why. Because you can't fuck up your relationship with your white masses. Your white masses will come down and say, look here, Uncle Ruckus, we told you what to do, and you should have been doing it. That's why I disagreed with Kwame Brown when he talked about that fat bitch and that pussy asshole Candace Owens. That's why I said, I'm sorry, Kwame. I feel you, but I can never sit down and listen to these two people because of the disrespect that they continue to show towards the culture. They're the reason why we're in the predicament we're in. Not just them, but people like them. I'm not going to sit down and listen to their point of view because them type of people you cannot reason with or talk to because they're going to be the way they are. They're going to be the way they are. They're going to continue showing support to their masses. And that's what they love to do. Now, people are going to come out and say, basically that people are going to come out and try to push the narrative toward Adrian Wojnarowski. Adrian Wojnarowski, if you remember, said that Rachel Nichols was a bad teammate. So if Adrian Wojnarowski was like he say he was, and I'm not putting it past him, he could be. But why would he call her a bad teammate? Woj is basically, he's like what Adam Scheffner is to football. He's that to basketball. And when El Sahan came out saying what he did, I pulled El Sahan's card because El Sahan ain't nothing but a scumbag. He's always been a LeBrownie stick chaser or stick rider, and for him to come out and say what he did, they're trying to take the pressure off of Rachel Nichols. Don't be fooled by that, because see, they're trying to point to other things. Like they tried to get our attention away from Jimmy Butler when he was blowing Rachel Nichols' back out, allegedly. But what does that got to do with anything? The thing you need to talk about is, and then what's disrespectful to Jimmy is, you guys showed a clip in the finals when he was dead tired. Jimmy Butler was dead tired because he played almost 50-something. He almost played 45. He played, I think, 45, 46 minutes at that time. He wore himself out. It didn't have nothing to do with blowing that bitch back out. You guys are disrespectful. Everything is always a fucking joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a time to joke, but it's a time to be serious. You guys joke all the time about some bullshit. For real. You guys aren't even looking at the real issues. The real issues is the lack of black owners in the sport. You guys aren't even paying attention to that. You're not paying attention to ownership. You guys are so drawn up with basketball and, we got a black coach in Monty Williams. Look, man, who give a damn about the coaching position? It's about ownership. Because the coaching position, they're going to continue screwing blacks. They're continuing to screw blacks in the executive positions. And they're continuing to screw blacks and trying to get ownership. But see, that's what they're not telling you. We're good enough to play for them, but we're not good enough to own a position and run an organization. And see, nobody's speaking up about that crap. I get tired of seeing this every day. Guys like punk ass CP3 who's treating his sister with disrespect. You know what you just showed your daughter? You showed your daughter that you ain't shit. And see, what they did was they cut the camera away when you were giving an attitude to Malikaandrews, because they didn't want the public to see your body language and see how it sucked. You see, I see through all that shit, CP3, because you know why? Because I'm in journalism. I got my degree in journalism. So I know how to read body language. I know how to read if somebody is into the interview or they're not into the interview. Then you're gonna lie saying that, oh, my hand, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. When you were wrapping your hand on the sideline, I think it was in the first half or second half, one of them, like first, second, third quarter. It was one of them quarters you were wrapping your punk ass hand. And then Shannon, not so sharp. You so quick to destroy people's character, talking about I would trade Kuzma for J. Cole. How about we trade your bum ass King for J. Cole, huh? Because I think J. Cole is probably better than him. Could shoot better, could dribble the ball better. At least he hustles. Your guy quits every time something doesn't go right. He has no backbone, Shannon. And this is messed up because I used to think you were a great guy. But you're not. You're just a guy who do shit for the bag. I see they told you to cut down on your antics with the Black and Miles and the Hennessy and all of that shit. People, what that is called is a humiliation ritual. That's why he was bowing to the goat. He was bowing to his God, which is the Baphomet. That's what Shannon Not So Sharp was doing. And you stupid ass niggas didn't see it. Y'all stupid ass niggas still lost. And that's the problem with us as a community. We're lost in the sauce. We're not even trying to stand up and do something. And shout out to Geisha 305. I'm glad you blazed that bitch ass nigga whack. Cause that nigga's such a bitch, dog. Go to Geisha 305, man. She a real one. She would have been where Trina was at, but Trina and them blackballed her. Because she was too real. Shout out to that sister there, that strong sister there. Oh no. She be killing that. But you, man, that was respect to Whack 100. You guys are tearing Sha'Carri Richardson down after she came out and admitted her faults. She came out and accepted blame. And you guys are still killing her for it? She made a fucking mistake. I've made the same mistake before where I cost myself money. I was stupid. At least she was way younger than I was when I made my mistake. I made my mistake like 3-4 years ago. Doing something stupid. No, I say 2 years ago. No, 3 or 4 years ago. I made my mistake. She made her mistake while she's young. And she didn't lose her sponsorship. So we should be happy that she didn't. That she still has a shot in 4 years to come back and do her thing. But you punk ass niggas like Whack 100 and all y'all, man, she disrespected the culture. No, you fuck ass niggas are disrespecting the culture. You, the T.I.s, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, all of y'all are disrespecting the culture. All of y'all ain't doing nothing to preserve the culture. Y'all didn't do anything. I love Nas as an artist, but as a man, he ain't do shit for hip-hop to help preserve it. He didn't help preserve it. He added to it. He added to the destruction by letting it happen. And that was later in his career. Jigga, the same. Jigga just sat back and just let it just happen. You guys should have been had ownership of everything and let these young boys come in the game, and you would have been able to put the real guys up in the game who can actually spit. We would have had more than one Kendrick or one J. Cole. There's a guy named Big Crit who don't get no respect, who would destroy all of these young artists. He'll destroy all these young bucks. Straight out of the South, he would destroy everybody on the mic, all these young cats. That's what I'm saying, ownership. You guys say Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is one guy. That's it. And he's one guy. And he's a company man. He's not gonna be a man to demand this and do that. That's what I'm saying. We don't have no ownership in football or basketball, but yet y'all want to keep on crying. You guys should have been created your own league, created your own opportunities. You see, but you guys are afraid of failure. Who cares? At least try. If you don't try, my dude, it's like, what's the point? What's the point in not trying to get your ownership going? What's the point in not trying to go to get your own sponsors, to get your own board of directors, to get your own lawyers, to get your own insurance? Yeah, it's going to be expensive, but you'll make that money. You guys control what can be played now. People, if all the brothers left all the sport, look at baseball. Baseball ain't diddly squat. It ain't diddly squat. The only reason the NHL is popping is because a lot of foreigners play in the NHL. So they promote it overseas, not only just in the US, but it's mostly promoted in Canada and other places that have hockey teams like Russia and all them guys. Baseball is not loved no more in America is because there's no brothers in there. A lot of brothers and Latinos watch that game. Yeah, they got some Latinos, but still. The brothers make the game better, the Negro League. If Babe Ruth would have went against any of them in the Negro League, they would have put that boy in his place. You wouldn't have heard about Babe Ruth like that. That's why nobody gives him credit like that. Even the white writers know in their heart. They try to say he the best, but how? He didn't go against Josh Gibson. He didn't go against Satchel Paige. He didn't go against none of them guys. But yet they throw people in there to deter you away from the truth. Like, back when, it's like this. When Cino was out chilling, one of his buddies' friend who was white said the N-word, and they were trying to tell him, yo, chill out. And he kept saying it. So he got his ass knocked the fuck out and beat to a pulp where they went out to a bar or a club, I see. Now everybody trying to say, oh man, he a coon and everything. How? First of all, it wasn't his homeboy. Second of all, they tried to check him. But Cino was like, all right, keep talking. And that's what happened. He got his ass whooped because he didn't know his place. But yet you got guys like Town Business and all these other guys who never supported the brother at all. But they like, you know what, I'm just done with him, man. I can't deal. You wanted to be done with him because you already had in your mind and your thought process that he won shit. You see, that's the thing about people. They don't give people a chance. At all. But the one thing I want to say to Town Business, he ain't ever going to see this because I'm a nobody. Why you give Steve Kerr and that Warriors organization a pass for what they did to KD? Now, if you've checked them on it, hey, I'll give you respect. I've come on here and I apologize. But why you never checked them about what they did to KD? They treated KD like he wasn't shit when this guy helped y'all get 2 more championships. And you guys are trying to act like he didn't come over there and took the team over. He took that team over and they followed him. See, Kevin Durant's not a barker like Draymond. Kevin Durant is a lead by example. This is what we need to do. He shows his hard work. He's the hardest working player in the league next to Kobe, since Kobe Bryant retired. Everyone has talked about it. Russell Westbrook even said KD worked harder than me. And he does. Kevin Durant is a workaholic. But yet, you guys don't talk about that. Y'all done gave Steve Kerr all these passes. And not only that, Steve Kerr should have been fired 2 years ago. I've been told you guys that. But no, he's going to keep getting love because of 3 championships. Which really should be Mark Jackson's championships. But people like him and people like others, they cause confusion. They basically tried to come in and tear down a narrative or make a narrative. So when they make that narrative, they want to push it to the masses. And then the masses are so dumb and stupid, they fall for the bullshit. And I just sit there like, why? Why are you succumbing to this? They trying to bring out fake news. They're trying to bring out fake news and all this, saying how's this and how's that. And Donald Trump, all you Trump supporters, if y'all keep telling me one more time he did this with these policies, Trump doesn't run shit. They have a board. They have a matrix, which is a group of generals and secretaries and congressmen and women who run the U.S. You got the 3 branches of government, you dumbasses. The president is just a face. He's just a face, and we don't need a businessman in there. I'm not saying Biden is better, but I'm just saying. You can't make him, you can't put a businessman in there because all he's going to do is cut deals, and then you're going to have the wrong people who has our nation by the balls. They could come over. If he would have still been president, Russia would have fucked around and just destroyed everything American, and basically just, they would have probably did some worse things to us law-wise. You see, they were setting us up to do what they're doing now. See, this was already in play to raise everything because it was COVID. If Trump would have been in office, the taxes and everything would have still been rising. So stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You people are too smart for this. Stop looking at the dumbass news and do your own research. People be like, look, when Trump was in, this would happen, this would happen. And I had to tell somebody, dog, Trump doesn't run the nation, bro. Have you ever seen that show Scandal? If you haven't seen that show Scandal with Kerry Washington, take your dumb ass to either a Fire Stick or the Netflix or the Hulu or whatever and pull up Scandal, or go to YouTube and watch how the nation is actually ran. I couldn't believe they were actually showing this on TV. I'm like, wow. But they did it smart. They had you focusing on Kerry Washington doing all of these things to stop scandals from happening, to get the president out of shit. But what nobody was understanding is that he wasn't even really the president. He was just the face. The person who ran everything was the commander. It's a guy behind closed doors who runs everything. It's like the Pope. You got the Pope, but then you got the Black Pope, who's behind closed doors, who handles all the decision making. The Pope that's in white, he's nothing but the face. But you guys wouldn't know that because y'all dumb. Y'all stupid as hell. That's why I be laughing at people trying to argue politics. I'm like, dude, the president doesn't run anything. So my thing is this. You guys are so quick to destroy. You guys are so quick to destroy what is really the news and what really needs to be talked about, but you guys want to debunk it and you want to always go back and forth with somebody. And that is just not right. They got you believing Jordan's the greatest player of all time when he's not. Jordan was probably the greatest scorer. He was a flashy guy. But come on. We gotta wake up and smell the roses, man. Smell it. But y'all don't want to smell it. Y'all want to stay dumbfounded. Y'all want to stay stupid. And that's not my fault that you guys are stupid. You guys gonna be who you are. But yet, when a white man say it or somebody on CNN or whatever say it, you guys are quick to say, you know what? Shoot. You know what? Man, they said it on the news. So that means that is right. No, dumbass. That just means they got their information late. You have a mind of your own. Use that motherfucker. But y'all don't want to use that shit. Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why y'all don't want to use your mind. I got time. So, what did we learn today? That the media is lying to you. And LeBrownies, I'm still waiting for you to talk about Adam Medelson. Why is Adam Medelson still not being talked about, sir? Why haven't you addressed it when he said, I'm tired of Black Lives Matter and Me Too? You're supposed to be the guy of Black Lives Matter. You're supposed to be that guy, right? Why aren't you saying nothing? I know why. Because he's not your advisor, he's your handler. That's just a title they use. They just use that title for the public because the public is stupid. But that's your handler. That's your handler to get you ready for what to do. He gives you then he advises you, and he basically lets you know what to do, what not to do. Talking about more than what he said, more than a vote or something, more than this. It's like, what? Like some of the slogans he makes are so remedial, like you're in elementary, you're in middle school. But let's talk about it, man. I'm just asking, like, why? Like, why haven't you spoken about it? You haven't spoken about it at all, my G. And you trying to walk around here acting like you trying to act like we don't know that you are basically a puppet. But I'm going to ask you again, dog. Why haven't you talked about Adam Medelson? And why haven't you dumb niggas talked about the firing of Kayla Johnson? You see, I didn't make a video on it because I wanted to see what I did like how Sino do. I wanted to see how many of you motherfuckers talk about it. Y'all ain't even talk about the shit. So that just let me know y'all niggas is brainwashed, y'all stupid, and y'all love being ran. Y'all love being told what to do. Y'all don't want to be individual leaders. Y'all want to be led by everybody. Why? So I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting on the Adam Medelson, man. Why nobody talking about Adam Medelson? I'm waiting for it. Don't bring Waj up. Don't bring Woj Narovsky up. Don't bring him up. El Hassan and Jamel. Don't bring him up. Don't bring up none of these other people. I want y'all to do like Michael Hill did, or what's his name? John something Hill. He was a brother on there. He talked about it on the Black News Network and shit. Shout out to him, Mr. Hill. I remember him on ESPN, and he was great. He was real good. Very strong, firm dude. And they just said, fuck him. So he told the truth. I want you to expose ESPN. Don't go after one person. Go after the network, Jamel Hill and El Hassan. Y'all gonna bring them up, but bring up ESPN. Bring up espn. I don't like Kerry Champion or Jamel Hill, but they got did dirty too. So bring up what ESPN's doing. Don't try to put it on one person. Don't take this flame off of Rachel Nichols or Adam Medelson or LeBrownies Jankles. LeBrownies Jankles, I want to hear from you, man. You quiet. You awfully quiet. So let me know. I don't want to hear about Jimmy Butler blowing backouts. I want to understand why Rachel Nichols why she hasn't been suspended or anything. But it's okay for her to still do a show. No discipline action needed, right? Like y'all said, because she's white. But if that would have been a black man or a black woman who did what Rachel Nichols did, they would have been fired. So why y'all didn't fire her? Like I said, people, open this up. Let this be closed. Open this up. Leave this closed. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening. Thank y'all for y'all support. If I get off in enough time, I might go live for the game. I might go live. It may be a little late, or I might go live afterwards. So thank you guys for listening, man. Much love. We are out. Deezy!